What's up, everybody? Welcome to your Friday 5 p.m. evening dose of the Man Card podcast, or as MCP, as we like to call it around here. We're very excited you're here and have chosen to join us and spend a little bit of your Friday evening with us. And I hope that your Good Friday last week was great. I hope your Easter was even better. We didn't mention that in the last episode.
You don't say.
I know.
Do we ever?
I don't know. We always forget to mention like notable things that are happening around when we're releasing episodes.
Hope you had a great Easter.
Yeah, I hope it was awesome spending time with family, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, if you're into that kind of thing around Easter. And I hope your Easter baskets were...
If you're into that kind of thing.
were awesome. So when you were a kid, did you get Easter baskets and stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I think my mom still does it. But she doesn't hide it anymore.
She doesn't hide it. So what was the coolest thing you ever got in your Easter basket?
My mom only did like candy and stuff like that.
Okay, did she?
Like little knickknacks. Nothing crazy.
Okay, so same here.
Okay.
But
I got like a MacBook Pro. Like,
MacBook Pro,
a few times.
7 terabyte.
Yeah.
No, there was the coolest thing I ever got, and it was just like a little knickknack. It was nothing like crazy, but there's this Army supply store on your way over to King's Academy, like when you're going up towards like Holly Springs.
Yeah, down the what road is that? 140.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think they just moved recently to a new location, but that location that had all the trucks parked outside and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time we drive by it, I'm like, I want to go in there. And so we went in there once, and it was so cool. It's just like knives and like military uniforms and all this stuff. It was just so cool. And so my parents got me a grenade.
Sweet.
And put it in the Easter basket. And I opened up the Easter basket. I was like, dude, it's a grenade. Run! It's awesome. And of course, to everybody out there who's anti-weapon, it was obviously cord and didn't have the charge pin, even if you wanted to blow it up. So there was nothing inside of it. But it was the coolest thing
I'm sure
ever.
It's awesome. That's neat. I got dog tags from that store.
No way.
I thought that was cool. I wore that thing all through middle school. All the way through middle school. I got dog tags. It was like Mitchell Peters.
Did you watch like Wolverine?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Dude, okay.
I would just wear the dog tags because I thought it was cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool, especially if you watch Wolverine.
I've seen the first Wolverine, I think. That's it.
You've seen none of the X-Men movies?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so all of that's now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
So fake fan.
Not yet. No, it's not yet there.
No, it's
not
in.
there. No, it's not. Not yet. It maybe after May 5th, but not yet. It's not yet.
No, I'm saying it's now underneath the umbrella of the MCU. Like it's been purchased into the Disney MCU family.
Well, I'm just saying until it shows up in MCU films.
Okay, I hear you.
I will not be watching them because I don't have interest.
See that? Okay.
Until I see
you say that.
Until I see Wolverine come out and fight like Doctor Strange or Deadpool come out.
Oh, Deadpool. That's already been kind of confirmed though that
Yeah.
they're doing R-rated. Because did you have that update to your Disney Plus account? Where you had to like select through and make sure your profile's able to view the mature content?
Nope, I didn't.
Maybe it was somebody else because are you on your parents' Disney Plus?
Nope, I have my own.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe you just missed it. But it's like if you're watching Moon Knight, I think you had to click
Really?
the mature thing.
It's a rated R?
No, it's not rated R, but it's like for 16 plus audience.
Gotcha.
Or whatever.
Fair.
And so like we just had that pop up on my parents' account. And so we clicked through and like, because of course, no shame. We're on my parents' like everything account because they're sponsoring that kind of thing. I mean,
they're mentoring.
They're mentoring.
Yeah.
Just a little callback. If you missed Monday's episode and you have any interest in
a mentor
or multi-level marketing, please go watch that episode. It's very interesting, and we had a fun time talking about it for sure. And if you want us to tease out more of it later. Or maybe potentially get the guy on the show.
Yeah, right.
There's no way.
Yeah, fucking right.
Blocked me. There's no way.
I would love to see that, though.
I mean, you got better contact to him than I do.
Now I do. At this point, yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, dude, could you imagine if we got him and Matt on?
Oh, boy.
Could you imagine the show? We just let them go at it. Just let them. Y'all take it away, boys.
Dude, Matt would just complain about his workout style, and then
I'm going to throw Matt on the bus real quick. All I know what Matt would do half the time is just, Yeah. No, I work out a lot.
He does that with black t-shirts a
Oh,
lot.
dude, he rolls up the sleeves all the time. All the time.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I just realized I accidentally just said his name.
Who? Oh, no,
The
you didn't.
guy. I did.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't
did.
catch it. I just heard Matt. And we're not talking about Matt.
Okay.
Anymore.
If I did, I'll edit it out.
All right. That sounds good. You know what's funny? I've seen Matt try and roll up tank tops, you know, because he's so used to doing the sleeve thing that, like, we'll be at the gym, he'll have a tank top, and he'll go to that, and I'll be like, and then he'll just, like, kind of twist that thing.
He's got a tick.
Yeah.
It's a tick.
Yeah.
It's a typical tick for somebody who's like not fully confident in a situation. Like you'll default to doing something just to, feel better.
Well, when I shaved my head, I used to always adjust my hair kind of and just do like a little thing. Yeah. And then I shave my head, and then I still count myself kind of like touching my head. I'm like, I don't need to do this. I don't have.
Although I do love the feeling of
a fresh shave,
a really close cut.
Same. Oh, shout out to Braden, our new.
Oh yeah, what's up, Braden?
Braden, thank you.
So I don't know if we talked about it on one of the previous podcasts, but you were giving me a lot of crap for, at least in private, maybe publicly, about paying top dollar for a haircut.
Yeah. Especially because, like, I've always seen your hair. You have good hair. You have a great haircut. But I always sat there and thought, like, my barber could probably do the same thing, and my barber's charging half of what yours was.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, so I'm just going to stay with mine. Now that I did the buzz cut, grew it out to the point where, like, my hair was disgusting looking. I wore a hat. Last podcast, you probably noticed I wore a hat the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I want to go for a different style. I don't want just a fade on the sides for now on and doing my whole messy thing. I'm going to grow this up out on top.
Grow it up. Yeah.
And, have kind of like a longer style going on. So I was like, you know what? My barber, far away, 30-minute drive, specializes in fades. I don't really need fades anymore. I'll try out Braden. Because honestly, I also feel comfortable enough to say, hey, and show her pictures, be like, I really want to start working towards this. I want to get this.
Yeah.
Whereas my other guy, I didn't feel comfortable. I'd show him a picture and be like, oh yeah, I got you. And then he'll just like do his own thing. He doesn't actually like try to get it to exactly what you want. Whereas I feel like with Braden, I can tell her like, hey, I want it like this. Let's like work towards this. And I can be honest and like, things are cool.
Well, it's like a clean slate.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I go in and she's like, do you want anything different or like want anything like crazy? And I'm like, whatever you want. And she was like, okay.
Just made me look good.
And I was like, just cut it down. It's summer.
Yeah. As long as I'm not, just make me so my wife doesn't divorce me,
Yeah.
At that minimum.
Well, that's the thing. So I'll be working. Okay. So here's a great segue into a new update. So I start my new job. At this point, I will have done one full work week with my new company. Mm-hmm. Woo! I don't know how it's gone so far. So when you listen to this, shoot me a text and ask me. But I need to go freaking shopping, dude, because it's virtual, right? So it's remote.
Oh, no shit.
I found that out, confirmed. I didn't want to say anything beforehand because I would have been speaking like kind of out of turn, but I
welcome to life
that it's remote.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go shopping for what? Like just home stuff, like home office stuff?
Oh no, okay. So I got to figure out if and how much I get for like a stipend for that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but I think I need to go shopping for it's like a business sales job, so I can't show up in like
t-shirts,
ratty t-shirts and polos.
Yeah, just have a polo ready and then pajamas. It's literally.
I know.
You're gonna. That's your office right there. I'm looking at your office.
Yeah, right here on the couch. I know, but the tough thing is, and I've been doing a lot of research about people in sales who work from home, and that like what kind of makes your mindset for your workday kind of be separated from just every other part of your day, because you're in the same space almost.
Yeah.
And so they said what really changed the game was getting fully ready for the day, like suiting up, like not suiting up, but like
what you would wear to an office.
Wear a nice shirt and a tie or something, and then go all the way down. And I think the guy said the only thing I skimp on is shoes. I'll wear house slippers with full decked out, and then I'll sit down in front of my computer and go to work. And then at the end of the day, loosen the tie and then break down. And so break down and cry in the shower. But no, I mean, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely need to get some stuff and confirm exactly what's going on. But for the first little period, it's just going to be onboarding.
Yeah.
So
you find a nice little coffee shop, you can go work at a coffee shop. And it's kind of nice to change the scenery. I might do that tomorrow now that I think of it. Go work at a coffee shop because I'm getting really tired of my bedroom.
You might as well. Well, there's also, and I had this thought the other day too, because I know John also works from home.
Yeah.
You work from home.
Yeah. We
could
go find something.
go find a place.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because they have like these WeWork places.
Yeah.
I don't know if do you get like a stipend for that kind of thing? Like
home office stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get like $250 a quarter.
Wow.
Or something like that. So
Okay.
like depending on what my share would be of us all doing that, I mean, I'm open to it. I'm open to finding a place. Blake might even be into it because Blake hates living at home.
Because I love the idea of working from home. I think it's great.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot of flexibility
To do a lot of things.
Yes. But at the same time, there's the other level of, but it's also like kind of, you're double dipping in the same space.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like why a lot of home gyms fail because you're like, there's no separation between your workout and your like
And home.
And
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're just wired all the time. You're like, oh, all I have to do is walk downstairs. But it's like,
Do you want to walk
Do you
downstairs?
wanna walk downstairs
I
and do
totally
that?
agree. I had a little home gym during COVID, and honestly, I wanted to work out less than I did when I wanted. Yes, granted, the gym had way more things, but like I was like, I have no motivation to really go down there and work out.
and of course, all the bosses who are out there that let their workforce work from home, I think the big difference is we're not getting paid to go to the gym. So like
True.
when I get paid to do something, my mindset about it changes a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think having a nice separate space in your house where you can go to work,
Yeah.
or like a little WeWork space. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty
Settle.
cool.
I'm dying to set up my like own little office of some sort.
I know, me too.
Anything, like even if I had like a cubicle at like Palo Alto where I would be working, I would just love to have something to set up that's like my own little space that I go here and I go to
You get
work.
little pictures.
Yep.
Of like,
And I just go to work. Yep. The thing is, having it at the end of my bed, it's like this is where I sleep and spend most of my time. Like I work here,
Yeah.
and then my bed is right there. I literally wake up, roll out of bed, start work, or like go downstairs,
Right.
get food, work, and
or
then,
don't get food.
Yeah.
And just go to work.
I honestly I skip lunch so many times, and I know that's not really good for me.
Me too. It's bad.
I skip lunch. I'll take a nap for my lunch break. Like I'll get an hour for lunch, and I'll just be
That's a
like,
pretty
okay, I'm
good
just gonna
idea.
take a little nap, and because I'm not gonna eat lunch, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take time away because I want to get my work done, and
I would
I'm
probably,
not hungry.
I'd probably slide in like a peanut butter sandwich and also maybe a
Yeah,
nap.
it's great, and then also I wake up ready to kill the rest of the
Right.
portion of the day, and then I'm good for the gym too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Because you are one confusing person. Because most of the people who I've talked to about going to the gym, it amps them up after they're done.
Yeah, I get tired.
So I don't know. Maybe you got something going on. Maybe you need to like bring some sticks, like some sugar sticks with you.
I feel like what I need to do, I need to get my like hormone levels and everything in check and
Have
make
you gotten
sure.
those checked?
No, I had
Do you know
I
if
had
they're
a
out of-
physical done like 6 months ago, and they said everything was fine. But like, I need to
They
figure out what's
followed you a
going
little
on.
bit and said,
a little
your
tickle.
hormones are off a little bit.
Your left testicle's a little bigger than your right.
You're like, I already knew that, Doc.
Yeah, you're still not helping me with my erectile dysfunction.
Get Roman. No, not sponsored.
So, but yeah, I think I need to go get that checked because my routine every day, I start work at 10. I will literally roll out of bed at 9:30, go downstairs, make sure I got some breakfast, get up to at 10 o'clock, start at 10, go until I usually do lunch around 3, which is around the time that they do lunch in California.
Sure.
So that way we're all kind of off at the same time. I'll probably like take my nap or I'll go get lunch for my 30 minutes to an hour, come back, finish my work day until at around 6:30. Because Blake and I like have been working out together consistently. He is not on He's not on Georgia time. He's going on California time. So he's working 12 to about 8-ish.
Wow.
Which kind of it throws my thing off and his thing off. So I will sit at home and talk to my family. I'll just like hang out at home for a couple hours, get ready to go to the gym, and then we go to the gym at 9 o'clock now. I've been going to the gym at 9 o'clock for the past like month with him, and we'll go from like 9 or 9:30 to 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then by the time I'm home, it's midnight, and I'm kid you not, I shower at home like after the gym. That puts me at what 12:30. I
you
get
go to
in
bed.
bed, and I honestly like I sit on my phone for like an hour. Like I can't like go to sleep, and then at 11:30 I'm. Or not
so
11:30,
so it
1:30.
does amp you up.
It doesn't amp me up. I just like my time thing is if I wake up at 9:30, then like it's weird. It's not like I could go to sleep, but like
Sure.
I sit there and be like I haven't had phone time today, so I'm gonna have phone time.
Well, and that's the one thing. So like when I used to work at Jackson and Coker, right? I was making cold calls with them. It's like early in the morning, like 7:30. You're leaving the house.
Yeah.
You're getting there at like 8:30.
Yeah.
You're starting the day like dialing around then 8:30 to 9, right? And you dial until like 4:30, and you have boards, right? Which is where we basically debrief the day till 5 for like 20, 30 minutes. And then they have an amazing gym there. So I would just walk down to the gym and work out, do that, get it over with, and be done with the gym before I get home. But I wouldn't get home until like, because what it'd be like, we get into the gym like 5:30. You work out for an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
So put you at 6:37.
6:37, you're getting home. You get home, and it's like you eat dinner. So then dinner's probably like an hour, right? So it's like 7 to 8. So then you're really done with the day, done at around 8. And it's like the day's kind of over at that point.
What time do you wake up? Do you say?
You wake up like wake up and leave. You have to be out the door no later than like 7 to 7:30.
Yeah. So, I mean, 8. I would love that routine. Honestly, I would love that. I used to do that when I was.
But your day kind of evaporates. You know what I mean? Like your day doesn't end at. It's not a 9 to 5. It's really like a 7:30 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
when you add in all of the other things that need to be done.
Yeah.
So you get home and like there's no like, oh, I just really need to go to bed.
Yeah. I still kind of wish I had that right now. I wish I had my typical like 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or whatever, and then I can go straight to the gym.
Sure.
Come back, eat dinner. I'm done by like 8. Boom. Then I got like 2 or 3 hours before I have to go to bed.
Okay, so it's all about perspective. So like for
Yes.
you, comparatively what we have now, it's like, oh shoot, that's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4 hours.
Granted,
of
I'd be
time that I
tired
have to-
earlier, yes.
Sure. But like that's time I have back versus now you're like, I'm getting done at midnight.
Yeah.
And then I just don't have any time. I just have to go to sleep, wake up, and do it again.
Yeah.
In the morning because you have to have a good enough amount of sleep to power you for the day.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I agree. I think perspective is everything when it comes to what you need and what you want for that kind of routine.
You know what? If I'm smart, which I'm not, it's, 10:30 now. By the time I get home, it'll be probably like 11:30. If I can go straight to bed, boom, I can probably get up early, get a fresh start to my day. Will I do that? No.
No.
But like I sit there and I think if I could be smart tonight, since I didn't go to the gym, I didn't do the gym routine.
Sure.
I'm not waking myself up by going to the gym. I could easily, or getting tired. I could easily just pass out. I should, but I won't.
Where is this from? I can't remember where it's from. It's not from me, so don't give me credit for this. But it's the bed is the easiest hello and the hardest goodbye.
By far.
Because you're like, because when I was at Tech, I'm sure I've talked about this a bunch, but like I worked out with the cheerleading guys 4:30 in the morning, 3 days a week. That was easy comparatively to get to and get up and go to, because if you didn't go, you would get physically punished by doing Jacob's ladder or whatever.
Well, it's also easy because you almost have to be
Yes.
there. It's something you have planned. You're like, yes, I have to go to that. Like
Yes.
if that's something I
It's
need
like
to
if I
attend.
don't go, these guys are going to be running to my dorm room to wake me up so I don't get punished.
Exactly. Same thing like with a doctor's appointment. I can easily wake up for a 7 a.m. doctor's appointment because I know I have to go to that.
Yes.
I'm not going to skip that.
No, exactly. And so like that's easy to get up for. But then if you have like a soft deadline, like if I get up at 7 and I can work out for an hour and a half, or 8, let's even say 8, because your workday starts around 10.
Yeah.
So if I get up at 8, I can easily do a quick morning run or a workout, just a nice little morning workout, hour and a half if you really want to stretch it, be done by 9:30, cleaned up and freshened up, breakfast up by the time I start the day. But that's it's a you thing. So if you skip it, the only person who knows is you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nobody there to be like, Mitchell,
Get your ass up.
Drop on the floor. Give me 20.
Yeah.
Nobody's there drill sergeanting you to start your day.
Yeah.
So your head's on the pillow and you're nice and warm and comfy and you're thinking to yourself,
I don't have to. No one's going to know. Who
need to
cares?
get up.
Exactly that. That's 100% what I say.
yeah, and then you just go back to sleep.
And especially because I justified to myself, I was like, I went to bed at 2 o'clock. I need to at least get my 7-8 hours.
And then you go, well, sleep is more important than
Yep,
working out.
100%. I listen. I'm like, Gary Vee says sleep is time. You need it. Jeff Bezos sleeps for 8 hours a day, no matter what he said. So
Jeff Bezos makes enough money to be able to sleep that much during the day.
Dude, if I was Jeff Bezos, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. So in this last kind of portion, in the last third of this podcast, I wanted to kind of get your take on a current event, because I like to throw out Fridays or current event days.
Go on.
So we have what is tantamount to be the workings of a hostile takeover of Twitter.
Oh yeah, Mr. Elon.
Mr. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And I kind of just want to get your 2 cents on what you thought about it from just your perspective.
So I like Elon. Elon, in terms of if I had to pick a billionaire that I honestly think, probably has a lot of people's best interest in mind and like the good of the world, I would say Elon Musk. Elon Musk is, trying to innovate and trying to make life easier for the greater good. It's not just money in his pocket. If you look at, he lives in, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Texas, and he lives in like a mobile home. Because that's what he wants to do.
He lives in literally one of those pop-up homes.
Yep, exactly that. And he's cool with it. And I mean, that's just how he is. And he's a genius. Like, dude thinks all the time. In terms of buying up 9% of Twitter and being the largest shareholder of Twitter now and being on the board.
Oh, I got an update for that.
He talks about, he wants to be on this board to, not allow censorship. It should be free speech completely to everybody, whatever.
Yeah.
But apparently, I've listened to another podcast, and I have to confirm it's true, that Elon Musk himself has, boycotted people from getting Teslas because of something that would happen, or like something they would like short a stock or short Tesla or something. He would prevent some people he didn't like from getting a Tesla on time or something along those lines. And they're like, okay, well, if you're going to, censor people from getting your product, how are you going to justify, making Twitter not censor people for what they don't believe in and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but I do. Elon, I think overall, as in terms of billionaires, probably the most genuine out of all of them, to my knowledge.
And he's also one of the most human billionaires.
Yeah. Oh, you see his Twitter posts? Like, they're goofy.
He's
like,
hilarious.
They're funny.
He's kind of an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, he's just funny like that.
He's like a nerdy idiot.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, he's just like me. It's like, that's me. I do
That's
that all the time.
Yeah.
So a little update on the board position for Elon with Twitter. I don't know anything about him canceling memberships to the Tesla, power program or whatever. But what I do know is that Elon, because I think he was offered the board position and he had, I think, 14 days to take it, contingent upon, signing the contract and kind of getting the paperwork out of the way. I think on the 14th day, he still hadn't signed the contract. And it just came out, like literally either when we're recording this today or yesterday, that he denied the board position.
Wow. Okay.
So he didn't want it.
Interesting.
So you don't know why?
No.
So you don't want to know why?
I do want to know why.
Okay. So in the paperwork, it's come to light that one of the things that he would have had to agree to in the paperwork was that he would not seek any larger stake in the company for the board position. So it's like, hey, you'll have this board position, but you can't have any larger stake.
You can't have more than 9% of Twitter.
Right. So Elon reads this, and I'm just,
I know what Elon does.
I'm hoping that this is true. I'm hoping that this is going to happen. But he says no to the board position so that he can further get more stake in Twitter and end up having a hostile takeover of Twitter.
That'd be awesome. That'd be cool as shit.
That'd be epic.
That'd be cool as shit.
One guy buys an entire company.
Yeah, especially something as big as Twitter.
Twitter's huge. Twitter's monstrous. I mean, imagine like he literally. I mean, that's like Bruce Wayning the shit out of it. Pardon my French,
dude. That is awesome. Imagine having that much money. I always used to think like if I was like a billionaire and I would just be like Elon Musk and I would drive through Atlanta, I'd look at buildings, be like, I could easily just buy that whole building today. I look at a skyscraper, I could buy that skyscraper today if I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? And he just looks at Twitter. He's like, I could own Twitter right now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Pretty much, obviously, with stake that's available.
Well, and what's super interesting is like to buy 9% of, I mean, not even considering Twitter, any company is extremely difficult to get that much stake within a company because you have to, anybody who has the stake, you have to convince them to forego their stake in the company. So
also, I wonder what that price is. How much did he pay? I mean, it has to be a few billion. He has to have given up a few billion.
But that's the thing. So he got it right within 1 week of his public disclosure that he ended up getting over 9% of Twitter. He made $1 billion. I'm
sure it just skyrocketed because they heard him. Yep.
Yeah.
That dude could literally, he could just make himself $1 billion like every day if he just tweeted out like, he'd go buy Dogecoin and say, Dogecoin to the moon. Boom. There. It increases. He sells. Boom. Goes on to the next thing. Granted, there's legal issues with that.
Definitely legal issues for sure. But
he could
totally do it.
I used to sit there and think, when I was little, and obviously this is naive of me, but like if you made like the major leagues, if you're a Major League Baseball player,
Yeah.
and you were like low on money, granted, you wouldn't be low on money, but like let's say you wanted some money, you'd be like, just go sign a baseball real quick and go sell it. Boom. You just easy
True.
$100 some bucks just putting your name on a baseball.
That's what I'm super interested, because Michael Vick, was it Michael
I
Vick?
don't know.
No, it was OJ. OJ Simpson ended up going to jail not for murder, but for stealing his own memorabilia.
Interesting.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, O.J. Simpson just got out of jail, but they literally, he got off on murder, which he totally killed her. And then they cranked up his sentence for stealing sports memorabilia that he had signed, and that was technically his, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Weird.
So I don't know what the laws are surrounding, like, you signing your own memorabilia and you selling that memorabilia. I don't know. I mean, it's your signature, so.
I used to think that would be so easy. You'd never like just boom, sign baseball. Here's a couple $100. Boom.
But I mean, comparatively to the big leagues, that is chumpo change.
Oh, that's nothing.
But that's the thing. And you have to think about it in the perspective of sports players. A lot of these professional athletes aren't the best at managing money because they haven't had to. Their one job has been be good at this game, or sport, or athletic event. That's it. So then they get the millions, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Blow it.
And then they're like, oh, because nothing is worse than having a false sense of wealth. Like, you just have a lot of money in the bank, so you feel like you have a lot of money. That's a bad call. It's better to have your money on a page where you can like have it budgeted out and then go like, okay, I can access what I need, but I don't have a visual on like a fake sense of wealth.
I think the worst thing would be, you become really wealthy, play a sport like that, and you live this amazing lifestyle throughout your career, and you've been so stupid with your money that when you get out, you end up being broke. And then like I think it'd be worse to go from low to high. I mean, high to low. Like if you were like a millionaire and then all of a sudden you have to start living a normal life or be homeless, that would be more detrimental to me than being, starting low and just working my way up slowly and not even becoming a millionaire. Like, and next step. As long as there's no backtrack, I think it is much more heartbreaking because you get so used to like this lifestyle, and then all of a sudden, boom, taken away because you're stupid.
So speaking of that, I actually saw a story on LinkedIn, and not even speaking of LinkedIn is getting way more political lately. Way, way, way too political. But I did see a business pseudo story of this pro baseball player who they ended up finding like behind a building, like totally homeless and addicted to drugs. And they're like, are you like, you were this guy, you played on the whatever team he was a part of.
Yeah.
And the team found out. Like, he doesn't play for the team anymore, but the team found out, and they were like, we cannot let this happen to one of our ex-teammates. So they're literally sponsoring him to get clean and to get him off the streets.
That's awesome.
The club is sponsoring him.
That's awesome that they did that.
So I think it's amazing. But too many pro athletes end up doing that because you sacrifice your life pretty much to be a pro athlete because you no longer are anonymous. There's no anonymity. You are the sport. The sport is you. That's it. And so once you come to the end of the road and you retire, it ultimately is like, okay, do I have enough money to survive anymore?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a good way to end this episode on this 5 p.m. evening podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. We're very grateful for everybody who listens to the show. And of course, as usual, check out mancardpodcast.com, mancardpod@gmail.com, and feel free to stop over, iTunes podcast app, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Or Spotify. Leave us a review and a 5-star rating if you feel you deserve it, and definitely share it with your friends.
And buy the merch.
So we look forward to seeing you on Monday.